think on this album and the vibe that he has created, with this whole Ziggy Stardust at the- those songs are connected as that, this does stand out. This
Right, right.
stands kind of off to the side and stuff like that. But then it's up to you, like, whether it stands off to the side, like get out of here, or like, you're different. I like you. This may not be the best place for you,
Like
but I
you're the
like
runt
you.
of the litter, but you're part of the family.
Yeah, exactly. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of
So I
Into
started again.
the Music. Really?
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
I'm Greg.
Let's go. Just,
I'm Greg. Yeah, I'm Greg.
yeah, I'm Chris.
Folks, this comes like after 6 episodes. I'm Greg, and that's Chris over there. Chris, what do you got for me tonight, man?
Okay, in our continuation of our coverage of the David Bowie album, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, we are up to the next song. Check out all our previous songs. I think, Greg, you're going to put them in the,
Yes,
you're going
sir.
to put the links in there, right?
Absolutely.
On our page
Yes.
to the other songs that we covered. And this song is called It Ain't Easy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that song title. It's cool. Um, all right, cool. Bowie, Ziggy Stardust.
Give it a
Next
shot.
one.
When you climb to the top of the mountain, look out over the sea. Think about the place perhaps where a young man could be. Then you jump back down to the rooftop. Look out over the town. Think about all of the strange things circulating round. It ain't well, all the people have got their problems. That ain't nothing new. With the help of the good Lord, we can all pull on through. We can all pull on through. Get there in the end. Sometimes they'll take you right up and sometimes down again. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy to get to where we go down. Satisfaction, satisfaction. Keep me satisfied. I got the love of a coochie woman. She calling from inside. She's a calling from inside, trying to get to you. All the woman really wants, you can give her something to. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy to get to where we go down. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy to get to where we go
Man, that was short. Like that was super short. That's crazy. Like it seemed less than 3 minutes, like way less than 3 minutes. It's 2:55, but like it seemed like a 2 minute song. And anyway, um, it was very catchy. Um, Probably out of all the songs so far on this album, it's the least complicated. But it's catchy, and I love that transition. When when Bowie kind of just like belted it out. Went from the acoustic sort of led verses to then sort of booming out chorus. With people behind them and just kind of making it really loud. It ain't easy. So yeah, it seems to me like this song is like a stopgap. Knowing that it's a concept album for the most part. So this song might be sort of setting up for the next song or next series of songs coming up. So that's my thought. So I'm gonna throw that around to Chris and see what he says.
I'm back.
Okay, so
here's this is a interesting little ditty, that he
Little
threw
ditty.
on. Well, it's short. It's short. It actually, I was shocked. It was 3 minutes. Well, it said 3 minutes on the video thing, but then when it ended, it was 2:55. But it seemed like 2 minutes. It just seemed like it just went too quick. It was very catchy. But it didn't seem to fit with all the other songs preceding. It just seemed to be
music wise or lyric wise.
I think music wise.
Okay.
I think music, and I threw some of the lyrics down here, so I didn't really have a chance to really process it at all.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use this episode as my vehicle, to like just kind of take the words and then throw them out to you, and then we'll talk about it, and you tell me how much of a connection or not, to everything else preceded, right? Because I know it's a concept album, Ziggy, from Mars, from outer space and stuff, and then what's to come. But I just kind of sensed that just like musically, it just was different. It wasn't that complex. It was kind of more straightforward. 3 or 4 chords kind of thing. It seemed like, but it was good. I'm not hating on it. I actually, like I said, it was really catchy. But again, as the whole album and stuff like that, I just kind of sensed that this might be sort of like a stepping stone, for going to the, finding out kind of more with other songs. That's just just again, my first take, boom, boom, really quick. So going through the song, it had this weird sound at the very beginning, like really quickly, and then acoustic, and then that boom, that sort of that boom bass kind of thing. There was I don't know, the bass was really cool. And then he sings, "Climb to the top of the mountain, look over the sea." And then a few lines down, "Look around the town and the strange things circulating around."
Mm-hmm.
And then "It ain't easy," and that kind of repeats a few times. "Got the love from a hoochie coochie woman." I got that a little bit, but I don't know if, like, going back a little bit to like at the top of the mountain, looking over the sea, looking around, strange things, kind of, this might be Ziggy, who's now landed. He's on Earth. He's kind of like at a point of where he's sort of like at top of the mountain. He's kind of like
Kind of look like observing things.
Spaceship. He might have came out of the spaceship. He's sitting
like
down.
where he landed.
Yeah, I'm picturing him sitting down, kind of like, either standing or like, sitting down with his, with his elbows on his knees, kind of cocked up or whatever. And he's looking down over and just like, where's this strange place? What is this that I'm, and looking around and seeing the town and what's going on and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I thought. But it didn't seem like a lot was really going on with it. Was almost like it was setting it up, like that might be him. So I'm throwing myself out there again. Wait, you're gonna tell me, Greg, this has nothing to do with anything.
I'm just gonna read the first verse.
So that's my guess. That's basically him landing. He's now sort of surveying. And I love the slide guitar. Before we get into you tell me about the song and like, how wrong I was, I love the slide guitar, man. If you're not really paying attention, because it wasn't like, it didn't really jump out at you, knock you over. I think it's Mick Ronson. I think that's his last name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This was more like, you had to really be paying attention to like really catch the really cool guitar licks. And I think it was slide guitar stuff, it was going on.
I thought that was really prominent, but it depends on what you're focusing on.
Yeah. Yeah. And, well, the one that I think Moon Age Daydream, wasn't that the one where it took us out and the guitars were just going
Yes,
crazy?
yeah,
Yeah. So, maybe I'm comparing
the
it to that
overlaid
last.
guitars and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe that's where,
Okay.
I'm making that comparison. So that said, overall, really, really cool song, really enjoyed it. And now tell me about it.
Um, yeah, I never thought this song particularly fit in with the rest of the album, although it's kind of general. It's just about a, young guy questioning things and just basically saying, that's the message. That's not easy. Just whatever you do. But the first verse is, when you climb to the top of the mountain, look out over the sea, think about the places perhaps where a young man could be. So he's just, it could be anybody just saying, hey, what's my future like?
Okay.
Then you jump back down to the rooftops, look out over the town, think about all the strange things circulating around.
Right.
So it's
Okay.
just, contemplating things. But so I never thought it really fit in with the rest of the album precisely. I just found out when I was looking into it today that this is a cover. This is someone else's song. I had no idea. I've been listening to this for so long.
Really?
Yeah, it was written by a guy named Ron Davies. Now here we got this problem with the name Davies, like we did when we talked about the Kinks.
Yeah.
It's Davies or Davis. I'm not sure. But I listened to his version. His version, the about the first minute or so is just slide guitar. With a real kind of,
Interesting.
not necessarily a Delta blues kind of sound, but like like a Muddy Waters kind of
Wow.
but
Wow.
although a little more complex.
Yeah.
Muddy Waters was more bare boned with his slide playing.
Yeah.
Really good. The Ron Davies version is great, but so this was a cover that blew my mind. I had no idea.
So it's not Ziggy. He's not surveying. He's not.
As far as I know, I never found anything to explain this particular song.
See, but because the last song, I think they were anticipating his arrival, right?
That was Starman, yes.
Oh, Starman.
So I don't know. Like we've been saying, it's kind of it's a loose concept album. I'm sure there's an explanation for it, and someone might put it in the comments to this video.
Right.
But I'm
Okay.
not sure.
All right,
I'm
cool.
not sure. But it was a surprise to you, right?
Yeah, and it might have been it might have been in the last reaction for this album. Someone put in a song thread. I think they didn't make a nice remark about the song. I think they kind of sort of like this was like a weak link. They didn't say that.
About this one is.
Yeah, just like it was
they
like.
said the next one coming up is. I don't really look at it.
Yeah, I think someone like made a comment like, yeah, the next one's up. Like it's almost like next, And I'm like,
I really like this.
So
song.
I kind of knew that, like I had seen that going in. So when you said, okay, the next one it ain't easy, that actually was in my head, and I'm like, so that could have jaded me. And yet I still, so seriously, I was like, okay, maybe this is like the week. And like I said, it is different, and it stands out as.
I don't think it's weak.
I don't.
Well, if he said it's a commenter said a weak link.
Yeah.
I understand it as, as a link because it doesn't fit in with.
I just think that,
But as a song itself.
I think it's really good. I think it's not. Yeah, no, I really. But I think on this album and the vibe that he has created, with this whole Ziggy Stardust and, those songs are connected as that, this does stand out. This stands kind of off to the side and stuff like that. But then it's up to you, like, whether it stands off to the side, like get out of here, or like, you're different. I like you. This may not be the best place for you, but I like you.
You're the runt of the litter, but you're part of the family.
Yeah, exactly. Well put, man.
Let me just say something.
Yeah, sure.
Before I forget,
Yeah.
You said there was a weird sound in the beginning.
Yeah.
An instrument you heard.
I think it was, yeah.
Could it have been a harpsichord?
It was very, very brief. It could have been. Yeah.
Because there's a harpsichord in this song, and it's played by none other than Rick Wakeman.
Wow. Wow, cool. Yeah, I know. Yes.
Amongst other bands.
And he's a stand-up comedian now for the most part.
Is he really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's
Rick
pretty.
Wakeman?
I don't know if that's really his shtick, but
He does his own like
he's done
show,
some
right?
he's done some entertainment, like almost like in stand-up form. Yeah, it's kind of he's funny.
Wow.
When in the hall, when Yes was inducted into the Hall of Fame, he
Yeah.
had like the whole audience just in tears. Very funny. He was just like
Really?
one line after another, and the band is like just they're losing
You know,
it.
you
Yeah,
wouldn't expect it because when you see those old pictures of
yeah,
and footage of Yes playing, and
yeah,
there he is with his long hair and his cape, right? Like
yeah.
all this opulent stuff.
But then it makes sense in a way. This guy had a real personality. He's like for
Yeah,
him to
yeah,
be
yeah,
like
yeah.
looking like that. Yeah.
Also, he did a lot of movie soundtracks too.
Yes. 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 Recently
Yes,
too.
yes, again.
I think I think that yeah he's still ongoing, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
so he
definitely
played
he's
he
relevant.
he played harpsichord on this. That was interesting.
Yeah, to this day. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I'm glad you liked it, and maybe we'll get onto a stronger link next time to find out.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the next song is. I'll have to look that up.
I thought you were Mr. Ziggy Stardust, man.
No, I don't. Not
No, I know. Well, yeah.
fanatic.
This David Bowie ride, man, and it's really good because while as we drop each song, people are like, yeah, this is great. Can't wait till you're done with this because you got to check out this Bowie song from this album and this one. The man who sold the world. On this one. And so like I'm really, really looking forward to taking these other Bowie rides. I'm not sure if we're gonna do albums like this one, but I think I'm ready for some Bowie. I mean, I
All
know
right,
some Bowie. I think you know a lot more. And maybe I can surprise you too. So I think
probably he's got a lot of stuff. I only know from us within a
yeah,
certain period.
yeah, and I think folks out there can also guide us too. So anyway, just wanted to throw out there that yeah, I mean, I'm really excited about more Bowie even outside his album. So that said, man, if folks watching this, if you really liked it, you may want to hit the like button. You may want to subscribe if you haven't already. You may also, if you have a song request and you want us to listen to it, react to it, well, really great way to guarantee is kind of below the hashtags down below. There's a link. Click on that, Ko-fi. It'll take you and have all the information for you. And that said, Chris, have a great night, and we'll see
Thank
everyone on the
you.
next episode of Into the Music.